All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chocolate ship-shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of 8 in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate, contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll take a great deal for you.
Eye-patch and rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show. All right, we're back. We're live. I think. This is, I'll tell you what, it's been something. For sure. But that's the way it goes. So I guess we'll start off. We'll get Chuck in here. And that'll give me a chance to see what's going on with the other screens. How's it going, Chuck?
Going good. Going good. We've been busy, but we got a full house looking like over here in the chat, bud. So quite a few checking in, saying hi to everybody there. So
yeah, it is looking.
Had a good hunt yesterday. The club got together and they had their little club hunt up there in Empire Park, and good turnout. A lot of fun. Good day, man.
Well, at least you guys were able to enjoy that. I mean, we're looking at, we saw the wake of devastation from Helene. Now we've got Milton coming Wednesday, wildfires in Wyoming and Iowa, and
burn bans going on under order throughout the state of Iowa, and now it's starting to catch up. We'll be doing some in Illinois. It's dry. Digging is like you might as well get a pogo stick out in the fields. Man,
well,
I'm thinking maybe I can talk somebody into dragging Ohio out into like Lake Michigan or something, and
wet it out. Yeah.
it might be safer there.
Yeah, we got a good show tonight. We got a couple guys that recap their hunt. John and Alan are in the house.
Yeah, it's that time for another hunt recap. We just did the England recap, and now we're doing the Dig Fest.
England and all this stuff going on. There are more hunts coming up. My lab's doing a Master of Metals again down at Kadoha, I believe.
They are.
Yeah, they are. So
I think we're getting out about the ID.me hunt.
Yep. So and Alan and John did one over at theirs, so they'll have to fill us in on how that went and how everybody liked that. So yeah, lot to talk about. Well,
let's get them in here too then.
Hey, Alan.
Good morning. How are you? Hi, John.
Hey, Alan.
Chuck.
Hey,
Chuck. Hey, Josh. Everybody.
Josh, you look good in that picture.
Yeah, it's almost like we planned it or something.
How about it?
Oh,
something like that.
There you go. Well, boys, how'd your hunt go? How many people did you sell out of tickets?
We had about 140.
Good.
So did we sell out? Yes and no, because we really didn't want that many, but it was good. It was real good. It went real well. Kept everything on schedule. I don't think we were really late for anything. It was a real hot day, though. We were running back and forth, John and I, to get ice and water. We actually had to go 3 times to different stores because they ran out of ice.
We bought them out. 3 stores we bought out of ice.
Yes.
Really?
We bought out Walmart, a gas station, and what was it? What's the other? It's like a Citgo small one.
Yeah, the mini store type thing.
Yeah, and a mini store.
Wow. Oof.
Yeah. If anybody could guess how much money we spent on ice and water that day, I'll send them a silver half, hands down. I'll even give them a $20 leeway on it.
Wow. Over in England, it was hot. We had days right hovering around 80 degrees there. At the same time, you guys were hot here.
Yeah, it was nasty. And I mean, at one point I was walking the fields and John was driving in his truck with 2 coolers full of water and just driving around the campsite to keep everybody from drinking so nobody got sick from it.
Okay. You got guesses now coming in. Let's see. The first one, Dennis Gruttencore, 200. Steve.
Let me say this. Hold on. I'm not going to say higher or lower. I'm going to wait till the end. I'll look through the prices.
Okay.
I'll write down the guy that's the closest, and at the end, I'll say. How about that?
I'm seeing
there we
go. So far, nobody's even close.
So is this one guess per viewer?
I don't care. Yeah, that'd be cool. Because then I'll just hit all the numbers, man. Yeah, that's fine. We'll figure it out.
One in, man. They took you literal. Go for it, man. 638, 9. Oh, they got all kinds of numbers for you to watch.
Yes, they do.
$4.50 Frank Juarez, you are out. I spent more money on the White Castle that night for us.
Yeah, Barks put in there that Kevin Barkley put in that you bought out White Castle.
I sure did. Everybody ate that night.
Remember, we're trying to guess the amount for water and ice, not the amount that our government has issued to the residents of North Carolina.
Yeah, that's a joke for another show.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, with all that you did on the sideline with water and White Castle and all that, but how overall did we know the hunt went well? How did your NAFCA sponsored
ID me hunt.
Yeah.
Actually, that went really, really well. We had 6 teams entered because most people didn't stick around because it was a longer drive coming up. They wanted to get back home.
Yeah.
How it went is we had 15 targets and then 2 tiebreakers, and they had to figure out what was in them. And it was stuff that I had dug in the last 5 months, everything. And everybody was guessing, and you'd be shocked. The scores, you could have had a total of 45 in the scores, 3 points for every flag. Okay. The lowest score was 8. The highest score was 13.5.
Oh.
Yes. So, I mean, they were very close. Everything was in 5.5 points of each other. And once they saw the targets, because once all the sheets were graded, I put out all the targets so they could see what they were. I had the master list sitting right next to me so they could see it. And they're like, oh my God, I should have had that. And oh my God, that too. And they're looking down at it and like, wow, this is crazy. But the best part of it was the guys that ended up winning were the ones that were detecting the shortest. The team of 3 that won, 2 of them were only detecting for 6 months. The last one was only detecting for 8 months.
Wow.
And they're the ones that got the highest score.
Wow. Damn.
They probably weren't prone to overthinking what it might be.
And that's exactly what we thought when John and I were talking. We thought everybody was overthinking it because they were nervous and scared about it. But it was everything, like the hardest things that people did not get. I did have a harmonica reed, a full harmonica reed out there in a bag by itself. And then the other one was a Hot Wheels car, and nobody got that either. Which I thought would be a surprise.
You know, the Hot Wheels, they can ring different numbers depending upon the era they came from.
Well, I checked this one and it rang like I thought it would, like it should have been. Yeah. Like it rang just under a quarter.
Well, I was just going to say on my 800 and 900 both, it hits almost quarter range all the time.
Yes, about 31, where a quarter hits 32.
Yeah, that's cool. That's fun.
And it was very cool looking at what everybody said. I thought it was phenomenal. Actually, John and I were out on the field as everybody was out there doing it, you know, looking at what they were saying, listening to what they were saying. Of course, not giving them hints, but John was then taking an interview as each team walked off the field. Mm-hmm. Why don't you say that, John, what they were saying to you?
Yeah, so what we were doing, because it was our first event doing this, right? It was our first time doing this at an event, I should say. You know, Alan and I try to be as humble as possible, obviously, right? I mean, even though we're already good looking and we're overly intelligent, we still try to be, you know, normal, right? Overconfident.
Drinking tonight?
Yeah, a couple. I got some stuff from Frank. Anyway, so, you know, we try to be humble, right? And we're trying to figure stuff out. So I interviewed these people because we use that as feedback for ourselves to see what we could have done different. Mm-hmm. And I think the only one negative that we got from every single team was we did a minute and 30 seconds per target, but we didn't hold those people to that minute and 30 per target, right? So just learning from that, it's going to help us propel farther in our next one and make it a lot more flowing and even for everyone.
Well, you know, you started, you got it running, you got to know what they thought so you can adjust. Same way with a hunt. So it'll be better in the next go around.
For real. And it was, I think I'm going to speak from, and I know I spoke to Alan, but I'll say it here. I was so happy the way it turned out the way it did, not for the winners, but just the way it flowed. And to watch, it was the teamwork, I think, was out of all the videos that I took, everybody broke it down to they liked it because it wasn't an individual process. It was a team thing. It was like a team building thing, and they loved it. Everybody loved it.
All right. Now, let's compare it. You guys did Masters of Metal, didn't you? No. Either one of you?
No.
I have no one to talk to compare something against it, but be interesting to see.
A couple of the people that were in it did do the Masters of Metal. The ones that I talked to said they liked it better because it wasn't as difficult. But it was still hard.
Right. I think there's some people, and I mean to interrupt, but I know there's some people in this chat right now that were there, and not trying to run the show, but I think maybe somebody could put a comment in, because I never did Master of Metal, and I would never down another anything, but they did say that, though. They did say it wasn't as aggressive, as hard, and they liked the flow because they felt it was more of a relaxed thing. You know, which I never did Masters of Metal, so I couldn't compare. But one of the women I spoke to said it was more chill for them, that they've done Masters of Metal before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And Shannon, you're right. A Hot Wheels car does scream at you. And everybody, there was guesses of $50, there were quarters, but nobody got a car. One team put a car, but that was on like the 5th hole, and I don't even remember what it was.
Did you have some coins in mix with that?
With the Hot Wheels car, it was just the Hot Wheels car by itself.
I mean, you had coins, Hot
Oh
Wheels.
yes,
all together.
I had a silver $50. And
well, we don't want to go through the whole list because some of them we're going to we may reuse.
That's fine. Understood.
Right.
But yes, there were coins, some mixed in with other items. There were coins by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And everything was spread out. What I did is I put everything in a plastic bag.
Uh-huh.
And then if the bag was this wide, I'd put a coin here, and a coin here. So they could separate it if they hit the right angle. And I told everybody, pull the flags out, go all around it, the hole to figure out what it is. So they could everybody could. I mean, I'm just looking at the comments too as we're going. And yes, there was some of that, Steve.
Right.
Yeah, there were pencils, erasers with pull tabs too.
Yes. There is a little bit of everything. Everything you dig in your everyday hunting, that's what was in there.
Alan, there's a comment just put up for you from Dennis Grettencord.
Yes, Dennis, I would love to take you to Wendy's. I know we gave you a gift card in Alaska.
He was mentioning that at the club meeting the other night. You and I.
That's a story for Chuck to tell. I will not tell that on the waves.
Right.
That's one for Chuck to give out.
Tonight. We'll say that's a good one to have in the back pocket.
Sorry, Dennis, but that one will come out later. But you can ask Dennis if you know him. Maybe he'll be glad to tell you about it.
Yeah. Steve P says you even had a Boy Scout slide.
Yes, I did. Because of location, there was a Boy Scout slide in there.
Good.
And you can't believe how many slides were pulled out of this campground.
Wow.
I think everybody got at least one or two. I saw people with 25 of them.
Oh, wow.
My guess was somewhere around 400 slides.
Oh, wow.
It was insane.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Then the natural
all
killer.
What's that, Josh?
They're usually all over the place in those areas.
Yeah.
Oh, they were. Then there were the Boy Scout knives that were found. There was rings, silver rings. It was crazy.
Cool.
And about 100
Nice.
silver coins, we believe, that were dug natural too.
Even better.
Yeah. Sounds like
Quite a few $50 too.
Boy Scout rings are always, to me, a thrill because I found over the years some different styles of them, and I have one that's gold.
Really?
Wow.
And it's not, I would have thought, I didn't know if it was like a Scout Master or it's just a beautiful gold. It's 10 karat, but it's pretty. And it had been worn for quite some time. You could see that. But there was no marks or anything inside the ring. And that's the only one that I ever saw ever. And it was pretty neat.
Yeah, someone just
So for those,
someone just mentioned the slide, Shannon, that Rob Rizzo pulled out. It was a Statue of Liberty slide, but it was probably 1.5 inches wide by about 2.5 inches long. Thing was gorgeous.
They made a series of those to the Statue of Liberty, the Liberty Bell. This is way back. I have the Statue of Liberty. I've never found any of the rest of the series, and I found that at a camp at Detecting the Heartland when they had a hunt over there.
Okay.
right in the Strength and the Arm of Liberty slide, they had both a Boy Scout and Cub Scout version. I imagine they did the others too.
Yeah, that Statue of Liberty one was the coolest one I've ever seen.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I had to take the one I found and cook it for a while, literally, because it was so cruddy but it came up fairly nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mine was
found a
the
nice-
Boy Scout version and came out in beautiful shape.
Somebody found on our Facebook page, I forget who it was. I think he was from Wisconsin. He found this really nice. It wasn't gold, but it was a silver. It was a larger ring. It was silver. I don't know if you've seen it on our page, Chuck.
I'll have to go see if I can find it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ring. He was ecstatic. People were just
Sure.
Yeah,
That type of stuff, the Girl Scout ring, Boy Scout ring, I don't care, Campfire Girls, those are pretty neat things to find right along, And unfortunately, most of them, they weren't marked in any way. You can't track down who they might have been, but.
Right. And there was a gold pocket watch found.
Yes.
Heard that.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
And it was gorgeous, great shape.
I'm sorry, Alan, I forget what her name was. She flew in from New Hampshire to come to our hunt.
Wow.
And we thought it was a compact of some sort. And it winds up being from the late 50s, early 60s. So you would do is you would flip it open, and then this little circle would pop up, and it was a compass.
Oh wow!
Wasn't it sundial?
Yeah, it was a sundial compass.
Yeah.
It was
nice.
Yeah,
nice.
The guy who runs the camp, Sam Dummer, and Mike, who's the other guy who runs the camp, he's the grounds guy, security, grounds, all that stuff. They were like, "Oh my God, this is this," and they were like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah," and he's like so energetic, he was like freaking out, and he's like, "Find her, I want to show her what it was." So he actually had a photo of one on his phone, and she was ecstatic.
I don't blame her.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Kevin said that Casey was in the field, watching him trying to open it without cutting his hand off. And then
did you ever get that open though? I even asked him. I totally forgot.
I don't know. Kevin might be able to answer that.
Right.
And Dropped and Forgotten said he found a tent stake.
Well, that's a surprise.
Yeah.
At a Boy Scout camp. Imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, they went through the trash pile and they did pull all those stakes out. Apparently, those are better than the ones they make today for the Scout.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, here, just had a broken mirror inside.
Oh.
We were guessing how much money was in there.
John had a great idea at the hunt to do up a finds table for everybody to show the stuff that they found, and we just couldn't get it done in time.
Yeah.
To get everything together, but now we'll know for the next time.
There was quite a bit of stuff though, but we should have did it earlier. There's a lot going on and stuff like that. But yeah, for sure.
Cool. Well, you know, it sounds like you had it well organized, and you did good with your hunt for Naka. Sounds like you were running water and ice. What was the other biggest challenges?
Water and ice was the biggest deal.
That was the biggest challenge.
Biggest challenge was the ice.
Yeah, we did, like Alan said, we just loaded up my truck and just, we were actually telling people, they're like, oh, just put on the side. And Alan and I were like, here, we'll give you 2, crack one open, drink half, take another one for, you know, because you got to stay hydrated.
Yes.
Yeah, heat exhaustion is not fun.
Good job, boys. Good job.
Yeah, that was the biggest challenge, really, I think. Because I know feeding them wasn't. That wasn't an issue. Everybody ate and ate well. They ate very well, I think. No complaints there.
Yeah.
We also gave away the 2 trips at the hunt.
Yeah, I got the letters of that. I did see those guys with their stuff.
Yeah, we had the 2 tokens that we buried about a month ago, a month ahead of the hunt. And then as everything dried out, we were wondering if everybody would be able to even dig them. But one was by the lake, so the ground was real soft.
Yeah, Kevin Michael, there he is. He won one of them.
He said he's off Facebook there. I'm seeing Facebook tonight.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, did you decide where you were going? Were you going to the Bahamas or Vegas? And Scooter got one too, yeah. Scott McClure got one.
I think Scott's planning on using his for Vegas.
I like Popeye's chicken. Yeah. Everybody likes Popeye's.
No idea.
Yeah, Tim, it was pretty good, wasn't it, Tim?
Yeah, they're trying to. I heard possibly they're going to airlift Popeyes to wherever the next site is.
That's what we're thinking.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, we have a couple options right now, and Popeyes definitely is one.
Good.
But when we're ready to talk about that in this this podcast here, we'll touch base on that. So we'll let you guys lead the way on that. But yeah, definitely Popeyes is definitely an option.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it. We've altered and made it so guys can make it to Alaska, make the hunt, and possibly make England.
Wow.
Older dates,
right? September.
Yeah. So we're working around them, and you know, July, August is busy for me because instead of 1 week, I got 2 weeks I'm staying up there. But I should be back in time to do your hunt and hopefully maybe make a shot to England. So we'll see.
Good. Yeah, we're tossing a couple dates around. Of course, we want the people that, you know, miss out because they go to England. I mean, I really wouldn't consider miss. I'd rather go to England, honestly. But there's a couple dates. There's a couple dates that we're looking at, and we're trying to figure out with the 7 states that surround Illinois with the schooling. So we're figuring the dates. So
yeah,
we're not going to mention a date right now.
And I'm supposed to be going to England too next September.
Yeah. So we got a lot. We got a lot on the old plate, and then I've got other hunts to attend that I've been invited to earlier in the year, and so it'll be busy.
Yeah, I'm going to do that myself. I've been putting it off. Alan will tell you he's been trying to get me to go to multiple hunts, and I just keep putting it off. But I think I need to sit back a little bit and enjoy the metal detector I bought 2 years ago that I haven't even taken out of the box yet.
There you go.
So maybe Alaska, England.
Yeah, let me get my wife in here and you can repeat that.
You give me your phone number. I'll smooth for you. I'll call her.
Yeah.
Alan and I'll work on her.
She's a tough cookie.
She's got to be a tough cookie.
I can't hear Josh. I'm sorry, Josh.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
I saw your thing. Like
he was laughing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe one day. I want to for sure.
Yep, it's a good time. You can't believe it. But anyway, and your hunt's a good time too. So that's the next best.
Did either of you to happen to notice that the team that won the ID.me hunt, they were the team that had the least amount of experience in the hobby. But what machines were they using?
Two of them had Noctas. I think one was the Legend, one was the Score,
and the other was a MANTICORE.
Was a MANTICORE.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Excellent.
And they won triple scores for taking first place.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That was the first place prize.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, kudos to you guys. It sounds like it went good. It went well.
I think it went really well.
Yeah.
I think our biggest problem was not timing those holes on the team hunt for the entire weekend.
Okay. Well,
that's what I think was the worst thing that happened.
Well, and if that's the worst thing, that's not too bad. I mean, obviously, you guys are getting more streamlined with everything, you know.
Right.
Well, together we've been through a lot of hunts all over the place, and seen things that we didn't think were done right, things we did like, and tried to put it all together to make it correct.
That's the way to do it.
So we try hard to do that.
I tried something with the club hunt that I may expand on, was setting up a raffle. You could buy into the raffle and then put tokens out on a separate prize slot. Since you bought into the raffle, those tokens are out there. If you found the token, good on you. You found a token, no big deal. But if you bought in on the raffle, there was more silver given out, more stuff given out. It was a 2-tier raffle then. Dig one, win one, possibly. It worked pretty good.
So, like if you dug a token, that would give you a ticket for the raffle, or you would win something.
Say Alan comes in, I had a silver dollar, halves, quarters, and dimes.
Right.
He bought a ticket on that along with some Garrett gloves, different stuff. Out in the field, I had specific tokens. Since you bought in, they were for you if you found it. It didn't matter if somebody else found it. They got a nice token. But if you to me, I turn around, I hand you a pair of gloves, silver dime, something else, because you were bought into a raffle.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, okay.
That sounds cool.
And so that was a trial, and it ran pretty well. I think I had 10 tokens out there in the field for guys to find, and 9 of the 10 got found, and it turned in at the right time, and they got that. But yet, as I'm drawing, their tickets were still in there, and everybody else who bought in had a ticket just on the table prizes. So it added to it a little bit. That was just something I thought of. What the heck?
It's hard. It's hard to come up with something new.
Yeah, you got to come up with something different once in a while. So I tried that, and everybody seemed to like it in the club. So
Dennis said he found it worked well.
And the tokens I used, Alan, I knew nobody else would have because they were onion field tokens that guys, and actually the token is worth more than the dime.
Okay.
Good for 1 bushel.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to say real quick, thanks to Dropped and Forgotten and Chadley. I appreciate those.
Yeah.
And everybody else that gave us kudos. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yep. They did.
It means a lot.
They always do. I've been to all 3. I missed this one. It'll be next year's, and we'll be set up, and we'll have some fun and have some prizes and that kind of stuff. So they run a good hunt. It's well worth going to, you guys.
Thank you.
Don't let them sell out. Don't be a Casey and let everything sell out in 10 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say no.
No.
You know, I mean, come on.
But get in line, get some.
Yeah, you know, and it's hard because the time that we do it, you know, a lot of people do early spring, or late spring, early summer.
Every weekend.
Yeah, it's rough.
Every weekend.
We're on the cusp of school startings and England hunts and Alaska hunts and all these other things. And well, I'm kind of glad that you said that mid-late September is good, because that's That's good.
Alan knows. Talk with Alan. We've been working on it, and we'll get more there. And already I put the word out that hunt's coming up. Okay.
Yeah.
To the
That's perfect.
And actually, we just met with them this past week for the next year already.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve, we have way more campers than we expected for sure.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice.
The site that we may be going to in the future here, will campers be allowed to park at the site?
Oh boy.
Yes.
Where do I start?
Okay. Go ahead, John. Go into that.
Okay. me. Okay, so
here you go.
We did solidify Camp Makajuan. Camp Makajuan is the biggest town would be Wausau. It's in a town called just outside Pickerel, Wisconsin. It's about 4 hours, 23 minutes from Chicago. Let's see what we say. So on this campground, for camping, you could put about 300 tents. We have 8 6-person cabins. There are we could put as many drivable come along pop-ups as necessary. We have dorm type cabins. Those are 2 twin beds with cabinets, enough room to walk around, do your push-ups, sit-ups. It's not really tight. It's pretty decent size. We'll be posting photos later. There's there's 5 cabins that sleep 6 people. And those cabins have kitchenettes. There are 5 cabins that sleep 5 with mini kitchenettes. Those are just hot plates.
Okay.
We have 2 cabins that sleep 2 to 4. We have 6 cabins that sleeps 5. And then we have what they call wall tents. And they're willing to put up cots for those. And those are they can't say ADA compliant because it's technically not ADA compliant, but it's low enough that if somebody is ADA, that they'll be able to get on and get into their cot without an issue.
Good.
It's horrendously big. We can camp and fit anybody that wants to do anything there, to be honest with you.
Well, I've got a crew already lined up to go. And
1,800 acres.
I got to catch. I got to get a 6-man cabin.
Okay. Well, here's the thing with that 6-man cabin. There's also a 3 Seasons porch that you could ask them. I don't know. I don't think he's going to charge for them, but if he does, I think it's going to be like $5 a cot. You could sleep 4 more people out there. Okay. So we were working on prices, and I told him I would not mention a price because
that's fine.
We're still working with him. We're trying to get the best pricing that we can for everybody, and when you're working with him, it's going to work.
Now
it'll work.
The other question, and I know you're going to get asked this, and we might as well, are there hotels near the site?
There is one hotel that has 8 rooms.
Huh.
2 rooms have king beds. The rest of them have doubles. They charge between starting, I think it's like $85. We looked it up when we were there.
Yeah.
Alan?
I believe so.
Something like that. There's also a place that you can camp down the road another 15, 20 minutes. And we're going to beat their prices too. So that I know for sure. Okay. That I already know for a fact.
And okay, you're going to have people that will be camping and cooking, I'm sure, and using the kitchenette or kitchens. But for those that don't, restaurants nearby within.
Well, so that's the thing. So there's one restaurant. There's a pickleball court. There's a coffee shop about the size of my kitchen. And the only restaurant, and there's a bar. The only restaurant in town is a guy took a 3-bedroom home and he knocked on a few walls and he's known as the best salad bar in Pickerel, next to the banquet
Pickerel.
halls that are down the road. His claim to fame is he has cold beets and celery on his 4-bowl option salad bar. So there's that. But as far as like the feeding and eating, we're working hard at there's a firehouse that they rent, that the Scouting America rents to the Pickerel Fire Department. So I'm working with them to possibly do like a chili dog, like a lunch thing, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, or like a dinner thing. So there's a lot going on. But as normal, we're going to try to make as easy and as most accommodating to all our people that come, which is what we normally do.
Okay. So grocery stores, your last chance is Wausau.
Last chance is, yeah, pretty much.
And there's hotels in Warsaw too.
Yeah, but I think that's
from Wausau to Pickerel.
Yeah, I don't even know. Let me look.
40 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So with the food, okay, of course we're more than likely going to do a meet and greet. That meet and greet, there's a couple options that we're looking at. One of them is a couple trucks possibly coming from Green Bay. Believe it or not, I have people from Green Bay working with me from a Green Bay club. They're helping me out, and we're trying to find some places. Alan has a connection there through one of his connections from Chicago.
Sound good.
No, there are other food trucks too. So, you know, the whole thing is like finding something that everybody will enjoy, right? Because you don't want to have 15 trucks and guaranteeing they're going to make $1,000.
No,
that's not going to happen. This isn't Chicago Fest. You know what I'm saying? It's not Taste of Chicago.
Yeah.
So there's that. So some of the options that we're looking at it's a whole pig and corn roast are one of the options we're looking at. The whole pig on the spit thing with the corn roast and all of that.
Wow.
Popeyes, the fire department. One of the guys that I went to when I was up there, I think Alan was on vacation or something was going on. And so I went up there with 2 other guys from club. And I said, "Oh, do you guys cater?" He says, "Oh, yeah, for sure." And I go, "Do you cater big?" He said, "Yeah." And he goes, "What are you thinking?" I said, "Well, I'm thinking maybe a fish fry for our meet and greet on Friday.
That'd be good.
2 or 3 pieces. Oh, wait, hold on. I said 2 or 3 pieces of fish, some coleslaw, maybe a bun, and, you know, we'll supply the drinks or whatever, or like, you know, we could get some extra salads." So I said, maybe 3 pieces of fish, some coleslaw, you know, like a meal. And he goes, "Yeah, I could do that." He goes, "How many people?" I said, "Well, about 150. He goes, "Not on your life." I go, what about 65? He goes, "Not on your life." So, you know, it's very cater big. Yeah, of course. You know, so they
big 10 or 12.
Yeah. You know, again, you know, it's a small town, and I get it.
Yeah.
But you can't advertise that you cater and not cater. The other guy, there's another gentleman up there who does barbecue, who doesn't like barbecue, and try to get a hold of him, and I had a hard time. But Sam actually was up there, and he spoke to him for me, and the guy said, "Yeah, I don't think that could even come close to happening." So it's very, you know, there's no fish clubs. I was looking for like a fishing club with all those lakes up there. Not one fishing club in that whole area. Because I was thinking, why not club support a fishing club? Let them come out. Whatever you make, you make. I don't want any money from it. Feed our people and don't charge them more than $12.
Right.
Nope, not one.
I got one question.
Yeah.
Is there a chance, like renting a cabin, can it be rented from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night? Can we roll in late Thursday, set up camp, be there Friday, Saturday, and then roll out Sunday?
I will say, first I want to say hi to Merrill from NYC. What's up, dog? Merrill's a great guy. I met him out there. Really nice guy. So what we've talked to Sam about was, I'm sorry?
Oh, I just said, welcome back, Merrill.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just tell me to shut up. I know I talk a lot. So
keep going.
when we talked to Sam, it was anytime Friday after 10 o'clock in the morning to Sunday noon. Now, we're not going to handle. I can't do it. It's just too much for me. Everything that you purchased for rental will go through Sam and Scouting
The Boy
America.
Scout camp.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can
I
ask
didn't know if you guys had a problem with people rolling in and being there one day early.
we're going to be there one day early, and if you're there one day early, you're just going to be there and walking and sitting, and you're not detecting. It's absolutely
No, I mean, okay, it's 4 hours and what for you to drive it?
4.5.
4.5. Add 2.5 to 3 for me on that.
Correct. No, I get that.
I don't want to roll in Friday and come out of the car seat going, okay, we're here. We're 10 minutes late for meet and greet or whatever.
Totally got that. Thursday, I don't think Sam would have a problem with it. I know I wouldn't. All I'm saying is that
We ain't going
no detecting would be allowed.
no.
If they allowed it, which I don't think he'd have an issue.
If Frank's with me and he smells water, he don't care. He's going.
Okay, that's the other thing. You could
There
fish
is a
there.
very large lake
Huge.
on that campus. There's all the fishing you can want. It's
Yeah.
a big, big lake.
Huge, large.
Did you hear that, Frank? You still in there?
It's not detecting.
Yeah, I won't see him for 3 days now.
No, you won't.
Goes to Alaska, detects 2 days, and smells sockeye running the river. He's gone.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So, but in all honesty, to answer your question, I will bring that to Sam. I'll have him prorate that for you.
Mm-hmm.
But let us get some numbers from him, and then when he gives me those numbers, I'll say I'll say some people may want to come up on Thursday and not roll right out of the truck into the meet and greet. Right? I'll talk to him. I'll work something out.
Let me know how it works out because I'd leave Wednesday morning. I'd probably be there at 3:30 in the afternoon.
Sure.
4 o'clock. Unload, kick back, supper, toddy, and just chat with people rolling in.
Absolutely.
And Friday, whatever you guys allow then.
Yeah. Well, whatever he says, that's what we'll go by. But honestly, I can't give prices because I still want to work. Al and I are still working with him, but it'll be way cheaper to stay there than anywhere in the surrounding anything. So we don't want to make it
up next month.
Yeah.
Okay.
To go back to the camp.
So if you want to, Chuck, if you want to take a ride with us, you're more than welcome to come and take a look at it. Yeah.
Let me know the date.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, this way, you can help us out when we try to talk about it.
As long as you don't hit my deer season, we're good.
Well, we need to talk about that.
Or they just have to get closer to that point in time where they can release more information. We'll have them on again to promote DigFest 25.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
Of course.
I came from a family that deer season was a national holiday.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're going to have to talk about. I need to come and see you then.
We don't know when tickets will probably go on sale April 1st again. But there's so much information to get still and to give out that we want to make sure that all our ducks in a row. We did make a mistake on the ID Me Challenge flyer. I made that mistake. I don't want to do that again. I rushed myself to do that.
Well, look, you just move away from it, move forward, and say we did that. We aren't going to do it again.
Of course, but yeah, that's a good idea, Chuck. I'll bring that up to him and again, the pricing. We want to make it that. Why would I want you to drive 40 minutes to go to a hotel to come back and get back by 9 o'clock? So you'd have to get up at 7:30 to get there,
right?
Get your coffee from that little coffee shop, which they're very excited because they can't supply us with the coffee, but they'll be ready for us. And it's very good coffee, by the way. But again, we're still working stuff out. So here's some other information about the campground. The east end, was 1929 was as for the camping, and it was also a fishing campground. Is that right?
Yes.
Alan?
Yes.
And then the west end was 1959. That started the Boy Scout.
Okay.
On the west.
Before it was the camping,
right.
It was a logging camp. Before that, for 100 years.
Yeah. Cool. You could still see the pathways. Believe it or not, like you could kind of figure it out the way the trees are growing.
Read the tree.
And there's supposedly still foundations from the 1800s.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Where the buildings were.
Yes. Yeah.
Whoa.
There's an old water tower hill that they used for that logging camp. It's still there. Part of the foundation's still there. So it's so awesome. So here's something that you'd like. I know you're big in the numbers. So while we were there, he pulled up a topographical map of the campground. So our main hunt field, somebody had mentioned that it was nice because we split up the 2 hunt fields. So our main hunt field is 429,000 square feet.
Wow.
That's the main hunt field.
I think that'll be big enough.
It's huge.
That'd be an issue.
No, I don't
you
think
might run the main hunt longer now.
Yeah. Yeah, right. For sure. So so everything's working out well, and the more we give in, the more they give in, which is nice. So
yeah.
It'll be fun, and we're gonna try to get of course see if Debbie would come back up, because that huge of a field, that'd be, I don't know if you can use the whole thing. It's a lot of lights.
Yeah, no.
It's a lot of setup.
She doesn't have enough lights to do all that.
Right.
You have to downsize her to a corner.
Yeah, that night hunt went over really well.
Did it?
But she didn't want people using pinpointers. And after a few minutes into it, I had to allow the pinpointers. I insisted because people couldn't find the targets. They didn't know how to back off on their coil to know when it stops. It's at the edge of the coil.
Yeah.
Because I was out in the field helping people, and I took their machines and showed them how to do it, and then said, bent down, here's your coin. They're like, oh, I didn't know how to do that.
No.
What do you do now? Find some more. And then we opened it up. We opened it up to the pinpointers.
There you go.
But it wasn't a pinpointing hunt. You're using your machines. And did we get were those night lights, the night hunt, in those pictures that was on tonight?
Yeah, I sent it to Josh. He put it on the advertisement on Facebook for it.
Okay, so you can see the night hunt in the Facebook announcement.
Right, yeah. And I'll use that as the thumbnail after the show.
Okay, great.
Sure. So those who were at the Ocaro hunt, I don't remember how big. I couldn't even give you a measurement off the top of my head. The lodge the quote unquote lodge that we were in, but we have full use of everything at this place. So this lodge that's out there, if you were at Ocaro, it's 3 times as wide and about 4 times as long. It has a military kitchen.
No,
it has, which is awesome because it has not 1 but 2 ice machines. 2 walk-in freezers, a ton of benches. They have it's really nice. It's done up beautiful. Everything that's there is made from fallen trees. People come in, volunteer their time. Amish come in, volunteer their time, and build stuff there.
Cool.
It's going to be it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful place. I'm sorry?
So that is cool.
Yeah. I'll be posting some of those photos too later when we announce. But it will be by March or April that I'll put those photos up as a teaser. And then we'll fill out the dates.
Because, like I said, I've already got several coming up. We've been talking about this. All I've told them is somewhere in Wisconsin, and it's remote.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So the September, What dates are you not available for September?
I am supposed to go back about the same time period that I did this year to England from what was it, the 12th or 13th through it's 10 days, the 22nd, 23rd.
Okay.
Something like that. I have talked to Tim.
Okay.
He's the barn leader.
And
Okay.
I'm going somewhere around that time too, I believe. I saw the dates, but I don't remember it.
Yeah. So
let's see if I can
Well,
find.
well, you know, I think we could give out the 2 possible dates, Alan. I don't think that would be a bad thing. Or do you want to hold off?
Nah.
If you want, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we could.
Yeah, Alan gave them to me, but go ahead and give them to everybody so they can start looking ahead.
Well, I don't want them to not book one thing and we turn around and do the other date.
Yeah.
You know,
that's bad.
You know, and then we're trying to run it around. We looked at our big thing was like, because, you know, people have children, they go to school. A lot of our people that attend are hunts, and some people go right before school, their last minute vacation. And then do you do it before that? Do you do it after that, after they get into school, you know, 2 weeks in? So that's what we're really playing with around that area of dates. So I did a 7-state search of the normal date times for starting for those schools.
Yeah.
It kind of plays into those dates. So I mean, I don't know. I'd like to say them, but I think we should wait though. That's my personal, but I don't know, Alan. I mean, it's up to you too. It's not just me.
Not yet.
Okay.
I still got to find out when I'm supposed to be too.
I kind of get the impression that Alan was thinking, wait.
Yeah. He said to wait.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll wait. We got time. I mean, you know, still we have plenty of time. It's not even the end of October yet, and we're already discussing.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
11 months from now.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way these events go. You end one, and the day after, you're planning the next one.
You got to.
I have news for you. I waited a week before I even thought about anything. I sat down and played my Sea of Thieves on PlayStation 5.
I got news for you. We've already been putting coins away for next year.
Oh, yeah. We already got quite a few.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Dennis Grattencord says, what's the name of the camp again?
Okay, I'm going to type it in because if I say it, no offense, but people have a hard time. So it's Makajawan. It's MAKAJAWAN. I'm gonna put that in the comments right now.
So yes, you can start doing your research.
We'll announce this also. You cannot hunt from the main road. I think it would be to the south end of the post to the other side of the fire department. There's it's like a L-shaped fence line. You cannot hunt anywhere in that area because it's fire department and cemetery. Anywhere else is fair game. Whether we choose east side or west side, it'll be fair game.
Well, basically what our plan is, we want to be up there for at least 2 years.
Or more.
That would be nice.
And then come back somewhere else and then go back up again. Again, 1,800 acres. So,
1,800 acres, you guys have enough land. You can do a number of hunts.
And that's what we're planning on. That is the idea.
Mark's a lot saying bear protection. Don't stir the.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to be buying some bear spray.
I don't know. He really didn't say anything. I mean, if they get their fill, those little shits that go up there during the summer months, I think the bears will have enough.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be pretty full by then.
Yeah.
But I think we'll need some bear spray up there.
I thought of that earlier, and I don't know.
Well, I think, no, I'm not trying to be funny, but I think if there was an issue or if there was a thought of an issue, Sam would have said something when
true.
The guys and I went up there. Yeah, 1,800 acres at 11-inch coil. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, here,
Hey, Tim, it'll take you a little while to cover it all.
Go with the 17 on the 30-30. You got much more to cover there.
Yeah, right. Well, there's about, I think he said it was like 2 acres of soft bog. I think he called it.
Yes.
And then a little bit of a marsh here and there, but
and you don't want to go in the soft bogs.
No.
You
what
won't.
you might want a protection from is some good mosquito repellent.
Yeah, that's why I want to go later in the year. That's a big plus. Also, he did say Alan had questioned him, and I don't remember the full answer, Alan, about the Indian, the Indian, if there were Indians, I would say encampments, but that's all I know. In that area, in that little location over
there were some around the area, but he didn't get into whether it was on the property or not.
But that is a big area for copper culture, also.
Yes, big area for copper culture.
That'd be cool.
I guarantee you, there's some of that out there.
And remember, no free information because it's illegal if you find it. But tell me later offline, then that'd be cool. I want to see it.
There you go.
Right.
Let's see. Well, Bob D is putting a rumor about somebody on the gold prospecting show in a couple weeks. I will be on a Sunday evening, which will be the same time slot as this. The gold prospectors out there want me on talking about metal detecting for nuggets.
Yeah, we had bear prospecting. They came out to our hunt, and they were really nice people, and they were showing people the stuff and how to do it and panning, and it was really well. It was fun. They had a good time. Yeah.
Cool. So.
Oh, there's one of our big winners, Tony Merkava. He's there.
Well, you've got a bunch in there, I think, that have been done.
And I do believe Tony was hoping he could make it tonight.
And he's on.
He's here. That's this guy, Tony. How much stuff did you win? You were like you had to get a trailer to take stuff home. I know. I don't know if you put anything.
That sounds like a heck of a problem.
Oh, that's a good idea, Emery.
Yep. If I had a team, I want Emery on there, and I want the rest of that crew, Barclays. You talk about several guys that hunt. Holy moly.
I'm trying to, where's he at? So I'm looking for, I want to make sure I have the right person's name down. Because I know we're going to be getting off soon. And you get his have him send me his address. For the, guess the amount of ice and water. How much money we spent on this. There it is. I got it.
Cool.
Go ahead and announce it.
Well, are we done, or I don't know what to do?
Yeah, go ahead and do your announcement. We're getting close to being done.
Okay, so the amount of money we spent on water and ice on just Saturday, not what we bought for Friday, not what we bought on Thursday for Friday and Saturday, extra. We spent $759.97.
Oh my God!
I told you we made 3 trips.
Wow.
Just getting at more ice and water.
Ooh.
John and I left the hunt with the other guys staying there to handle. So we went and picked all this stuff up 3 different times.
Yeah, Emery, if you could message me or email me your address, I'll get that silver half out to you.
Emery win it.
Congratulations,
buddy.
Emery, he was the closest one.
Cool.
My dog's even excited. He's barking for Emery right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of layers to this, and we're working on it. And of course, again, we're trying to make it that everybody could.
And actually, they did have water pumps where you could drink with fresh water.
Well, RH says, John, he made them drink out of the hose the next
day. Well, there was a pond there they could have drank out of, but I don't know why they didn't.
There you go.
Yeah.
We wanted the ice, boys.
Yeah, right. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Done to you guys and your whole crew and everybody that puts in it. And Claudia says she has to come from, I think it was Tennessee, driving up.
Yes, she did.
Yes.
She wants to come back, so that means that she'd like to get in on Thursday also, she said.
Absolutely. Claudia, there's a spot for you. There's one spot that'll hold. It's really nice because they have for every camping spot, it looks like a keyhole. So you would drive in and then it just rounds out.
Oh, cool.
It rounds out. So, and then in between for the campers, there's like little slots. So you can back your camper in, and then you can run your generator, you can play your country music. Who gives a shit? You can have a great time. There's no time schedule for quiet. Over at O'Carroll, there was a tone down time because there's people on the other side at homes.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, here nothing. Over here you can do whatever you want. And there you go. Alan, already.
Alan proved it.
Yes, he did.
Sorry about that. I deadened the phone.
That's right.
Yeah, that's dropped and forgotten. He says he's figured it to 9.5 hours for him.
Okay. Was O'Carroll worth it though? Dropped and forgotten.
Well, we'll be looking forward to that one, gentlemen. That'll be a good hunt. And when you get ready to go up, look at the camp, I'm going to see if I can get in with you and go there.
Sure.
And obviously, like in the past, when you guys are ready to share more information, let me know. Open door.
Yep.
Right. Well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Josh.
Talk and your ears are bleeding, so go and wipe them off. I talk too much still, but I'm Italian, so.
And we have talked, Josh. So once we do open up tickets, we are going to put one up for you guys to give away on the show.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We had already talked about that.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
So you'll be giving away a ticket to Digfest.
You'll give away the first ticket number 1.
Yes.
Wow.
I know that's a big deal, isn't it?
Somebody's gonna be excited.
Yeah.
So that's something for y'all to look forward to. We will be giving one away on this show, but in the future.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks again for having us. Really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Take care, my friends.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for coming in and hitting us with.
Thank you for hosting and doing all that and buying $759.96 worth of ice.
Yeah.
And water.
And water. Yeah, it was crazy.
Absolutely it was crazy.
Yeah. Josh, thanks for having me on as usual. And I think it's the 13th coming up or whenever, the 20th, excuse me. I'm going to be on another show at the same about gold prospecting. So they invited me on there. I told them I'd do it.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, thanks again to you, John, and you, Alan.
Thanks for having us on.
I'm trying to answer last minute questions.
Have an absolutely wonderful evening.
You too.
Night all.
Okay, see here. Looks like there we go. There we go. Oh, wow. Look at that. They're dropping like flies around here. Everybody's gone. Poof! It's a magician's trick. Well, that is the way it goes sometimes. definitely, though, once again, great reviews on DigFest 24. I mean, these guys, they started out the gate. This is number 3, I do believe. And still, raving reviews. People are just absolutely loving it. Sounds like 25 is going to be an even better time. Got to check it out. That's all I can say. So for our next trick, I'm out of here.
We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.